So we're here with Jeremy and Evan, representing KM and Zaretas, respectively. And I want to know the shopping recommendations where, if you've enjoyed it while you're here, or if it's an idea that you gotta check out online. Let's start off with you, Jeremy.
Right, well, I'm wearing it. So this is a shirt which
Oh, kind heart, open mind, brave spirit.
this is something we've done with Liesel, who has a wonderful women's clothing brand called Ancient Spirit. And she has created the shirts, she's donated them, and all the proceeds from the sale of the shirts, 100% of the price goes to Gift of the Givers.
Wonderful.
Essentially for Gaza mainly, and then a couple of other. There's some stuff going into Ukraine, and then obviously Gift to the Givers. They do incredible work in South Africa.
Yeah.
The tornado victims right here.
Yep.
From a couple of weeks ago. Then this brand is Nguni. It's a local Zulu boy, Tokozan, who created this brand about 6 years ago, and came to us. He had a couple of t-shirts and a hoodie, and he wanted to create a fashion brand, and he now employs 26 people.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and he's really built a great business. These are sexy socks. Bamboo hyperallergenic weave,
Nice.
also a brand that's built their way up with us. And then, guys, jewelry, footwear, menswear, ladieswear, kiddie stuff, incredible kiddie stuff.
You know what it is. Generally, at malls, markets, there's a lot for the ladies to shop, and this Karma's market is no exception. There are some incredible things for women, but I think from a man's perspective,
Got you covered, guys.
what makes this unique is that there's a lot of stuff for men that you are never going to see the equivalent of even or lesser in a mall or other markets. And that as a man for me is the difference. So I can't name the brands because I'm not as familiar as Jeremy is, obviously. But just in my walking through and meandering,
And we can't play favorites.
no, absolutely. The shirts and the shoes and the pants and the bags for men, I've never seen as much of a range under one roof as I have here. And I think that makes it very different to shopping anywhere else.
I think the key thing, and this is really important, Raj, is everything is 100% South African.
Yeah.
No imports, no sweatshops, no mass produced. The clothing is all very sustainable. We go to huge lengths to curate and to vet our makers in terms of where's fabric sourced from, what dyes are used in their clothes. So something that KZN people can feel confident about is if you buy something at Karma's Makers, the quality will be really good, and your money will go into the circular economy, and it will go into a community in our own country.
Yeah.
It will transfer a skill, it will create a job, it will feed a family. That's
What
I
this
think-
country needs.
Yeah, it is. And it's Vanda, who's the creative mama of Karma. She did an interview, I think it was on Bruce Whitfield's Money Show a while ago, and someone phoned in, and I was listening, nervously at home, thinking, Vanda, don't say something wrong. Just be intelligent, be wonderful, be live on, because she was very nervous. And I thought, but the Money Show, they don't take callers.
Yeah.
How's this guy? And he said, no, we've got Ed on the line. So Ed spoke, and his voice was quite familiar. And he said, look, I just want to say, you guys are doing something incredible, because the future of this country lies in people learning to create incomes with their hands.
Yes.
And it turned out it was Ed Kieswetter, who was the ex-CEO of Alexander Forbes and now runs SARS.
Yep.
Which is why he managed to get through, I think, to 702. But it's something we never forgot, because it really is about people. It's corny, but literally taking their destinies into their own hands.
Yeah.
And literally making a difference. Raj, we've got dozens and dozens of stories, and you'll hopefully go and talk to some of them,
Oh, absolutely.
of people who've come to us, like Tokazan, with one product and a dream.
Yes.
And like, it's not easy being an entrepreneur. It is, you get knocked down more times than you can count. But if you've got a talent and if you stick to a passion and you produce something of quality, South Africans will support you.
Yes.
And there is money to be made and there's a future to be created. And this funny little flea market has launched over probably 120 businesses which are now household names in South Africa over the 20 years. And an interesting fact, in the 21 years we've been going, we have featured over 2,100
Wow.
different artisan businesses.
So that's really something here.
And, that's in South Africa. So the talent is here, the passion is here, the hard work is here in this country, and it seems like we've got a very exciting new format in government. So we are super optimistic about this country.
100%. And Evan, tell me, from a music perspective, what have you felt has been the general consensus as people have come through for Zedeka?
Well, I think to have a concert with the bells and whistles like we did last night with the Ndlovu Youth Choir, it's world class stuff. And along the same lines of what Jeremy was saying, be proud of what we've got. South African music is big in the rest of the world, and very often South Africans don't appreciate how important, but also how different South African music is. And it doesn't matter what color, creed, religion, social group you belong to, we basically respond to the same thing. And if you can touch that little heartbeat, you've got something. And so Ndlovu Youth Choir are very unique, and they certainly do that with a lot of gusto. But so do many other South African acts. So we want to bring the best of what South Africa's got here every year, and make it happen in a professional environment with good staging and good tech and amazing lights. And that's what we did last night, and the crowd absolutely loved it. So we're going to stick with that formula. And like I said, we might tweak things as we go. It's a brand new festival, but the interest is here. People love music, people love shopping, so it's a no-brainer.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Pleasure.